Alright, so we just gathered all the dark insects in Lake Hylia, and now we are working our way up Zora's River. So we got here by simply finding some hawk grass and then howling the hawk grass tune back to it, and this will summon the Kargarok, which will allow you to get up the river. Now that we're flying up the river, you can use the Kargarok to dash into the dark insects, which are just flying around and everything. You want to use your senses to see them. And it's really easy. These guys, if you miss them or whatever, they constantly will fly in front of you. So the dark insects, you know, even if you miss them, like, you can just keep dashing at them and you'll get them eventually. You don't even have to collect the Tear of Light. All you have to do is kill the insect, and the Tear of Light will, like, automatically home in on you. It's pretty easy. Check this out right up ahead. I like totally a cool maneuver here. Like, swipe into the rock and then quickly dash away so I don't hit the rock and die. Yeah, that's right. So skilled. Okay, so anyways, there's a bunch of Boblin archers in this area, and they're shooting arrows at you, but there's no more rocks or anything that they're making fall down, which was the real danger last time anyways. I've never actually gotten hit by any of those. I don't even know if they can knock you down. Maybe if you're, like, aiming straight at them as they're shooting at you, maybe they'll hit you, but I think it's not even possible for them to hit you otherwise. Anyways, just continue working your way through this area. It should be really easy for you. The music in this area actually sounds very much like the Great Bay Temple from Majora's Mask. And since it's composed by the same authors, I guess that shouldn't really be a surprise. Once you make it out here, you'll see that the entrance is now, like, darker. Maybe it's because it's nighttime outside. I don't know, it's constantly twilight here. I don't think it should make any difference. Once you're out here, you'll finally be dropped off. The Kargarok will disappear. And so now we're in Upper Zora's River. You'll see on your map that off to the left there's an insect, but you don't see anything. So go ahead and talk to Izza, and she will then, an insect will come out from under her porch, and so she'll start shivering, I guess, and say how nasty it is, and that she's sick of roughing it in the booties. So just turn around and kill the insect. Should be fairly easy for you. Just make sure you don't smack into it when it's, you know, glittering or whatever, doing its little charged attack. With that, you want to head over to the opposite side of the river, and there's like a little ledge here. You want to go stand on top of it, and you'll see this little cutscene for a moment. And we'll deal with those spirits here in a moment. What we're really interested in right now is this Howling Stone. You want to stand in front of it, and you can press A to listen. From this point, while you're in the screen, you can hold B or whatever to go back to listening, and you'll see those green dots that appear at those various points of the scale or whatever, and you want to play the song back to it. Just hold A and then use your analog stick to go back and forth to play the song. And as with all the Howling Stones, the songs that you howl are, you know, songs from the Zelda series, you know. So this one, for example, this song you're about to howl is actually the Requiem of Spirit from Ocarina of Time. So for any of you who have played that game, this song will sound slightly familiar. And, you know, this is the second Howling Stone we've gotten thus far, and so if you did not get the first one that was on Death Mountain that led to the shield attack, then you'll have to get that at a later time when we can return to Death Mountain as a wolf. After this next dungeon, little spoiler, we'll be able to return there as a wolf, so you will be able to get that hidden skill then if you did not get it yet. So this is the second hidden skill. We're going to be able to get it here soon. So after you have used this Howling Stone, he'll tell you to go find him, bring your sword and go find him. So he will then mark your map, and he will appear actually in Eastern Hyrule Field if you're playing the Wii version. I guess it'd be Western if you're playing the GameCube version. Also notice on your map there's like a little dot kind of near Hyrule Castle, so that's where one of the spirits, or one of the dark insects is at, so we're going to have to go over there and grab it. You want to head over to the left now, and there is those two spirits we saw a moment ago, and they're actually Zoras, so you can use your senses to listen to them. Yeah. They're looking for Prince Rallis, since they say that this path is like the one that leads to Hyrule Castle, so they're going to go that direction to see if they can find him there. And how convenient that they just showed us that, because that's one of the places we have to go to. So you want to go ahead and hop into the water and follow them towards Hyrule Castle, because as I said on our map, we just saw that there is the Golden Wolf there. We can't really do anything with him at the moment, but there is one of those insects in Hyrule Castle area, so in Castletown. So we're going to have to head there. So following this river, you want to go up on the left side. We're just going to work our way south steadily. Take a little while, but we've actually been in this area before when we were following Ilia's scent. We were going through this portion of North Hyrule Field. And there's nothing to do here, so just head all the way through until you get to Castletown. Yeah, just keep walking. So now we are here in East Hyrule Field. It'd be West Hyrule Field, I suppose, if you're playing the GameCube version. And you'll see that along the way towards Castletown there's this platform with vines that lead up to it, and there's something shining on top of it, and it is actually the Golden Wolf for the Howling Stone that we just howled at, actually. So that is where the next hidden skill is located. We can't actually do anything with him at the moment. You'll have to return here later in our Hylian form to get that hidden skill. Just log that away into your memory for now. It's also on your map, so just keep that in mind. We will be returning here later to get that. Anyways, continue on towards Castletown, and some shadow beasts will fall from the sky from a portal. So we'll be able to defeat them, which will gain us this warp location. This is awesome because Hyrule Castletown, you know, is kind of near the center of Hyrule, so it's going to be like the hub of all of our adventures. So it's really important that we have a warp portal here. We'll be able to go quickly from here to pretty much any other area of Hyrule. So that's really nice to have one here. We'll be using it a ton later on to go to Castletown and to go everywhere else as well. Anyways, continue on into Castletown, and we're just going to run right through. Everybody is still spirits, of course, because we haven't cleared the Twilight out of this area. But you'll see that on your map of this area there is a dot, whatever, that signifies a shadow insect or whatever that is near Telma's Bar. So you want to work your way all the way over there. This is the 10th tier, so we're going to go ahead and kill this thing. You'll see that it is actually inside a crate over here in the corner. So defeat this thing, and here I have a little bit of trouble trying to get this one. Didn't really like me very much. It's kind of an unfriendly bug, I guess. So anyways, once you have gathered that, we will have 10 tiers so far. And then there's you'll see that if you look on your map, there's actually only 5 more that you can see. However, we'll actually get the last one once we've gotten all the other ones. So you want to go ahead and warp to Zora's domain. There's one up there. So go ahead and do that, and I'll see you there. And I guess it's just because the warp portal is kind of in the middle of this open area in the ceiling or whatever, but it always makes you fall into the water. Anyways, when you appear in here, this one is actually kind of hard to find, and it's actually up on this wall back here. You want to use your senses, and you want to just dash into the wall. You just Z-target it, press A to bonk into it, and this will cause the insect to come down. So once it is flying around or whatever, you'll be able to attack it. So here I would just use a Midna's charge attack or something to defeat it. Just watch out for it charging towards you, because it can hurt you. And gather that tier of light. That is number 11. And with that, we're going to head out to the outer part of Zora's domain. And we have 4 more to grab. So go ahead and jump into the water here to actually grab the 2 that are straight ahead. There's all these Lilipads that are in the center of this area, and there are 2 insects that are just floating around there. So use your senses so you can see them, and I like to just get in the middle here and then use the charge attack to smack them. So with that, they should easily be defeated. And then you can get the other 2. You can get either one in either order. I'm going to get the one that's easier to get and then end with the one that's harder, because we're just going to teleport out of this area once we are done here. So I'm going to get the easier one first, and then we'll get to the one that's hard to get to after that. So that way we don't want to have to climb all the way back. Now this one actually, it burrows under the ground if you are not quick enough. So you want to kind of hurry up and smack it. Sometimes it burrows and sometimes it'll start flying around. So it could do either or. Now we headed back this way. You'll notice that straight ahead there's actually like a giant green thing, and that's actually ice. Apparently some of Zora's domain is still frozen. And you can talk to the Zora here if you want to. He says that it's the cave to Snow Peak, which is, I guess, the frosty place. Maybe that's why, you know, Zora's domain was frozen over. Maybe somehow Snow Peak got even colder or something. With refrigeration talk out of the way, you want to head over to this other area. Midna will allow you to hop up here, and then you want to continue working your way. Just follow this little path. There's just tons of consecutive Midna jumps all in a row, and just keep using them to get all the way over to this platform. You can actually just keep going, and there's a little chest over here. How cute. So you can open this up, and it has a red rupee, which is worth 20. Yay! So with that, you want to head back, and there's actually like a little platform over here on the left. Be sure not to fall down. It's kind of tricky up here. But see, there's this little platform here that's also raised, and then it brings you all these little overhangs. And I think this is kind of corny. These ones look really fake. The other ones are like kind of believable. Those ones are just total crap. I don't know. There's no reason for them to be there. So anyways, you can keep going, and you'll notice the path keeps going up. You don't actually want to go that way because that leads to the top of Zora's domain, which we actually just came from. So you want to follow the rupees, and this will lead you to this little area that actually leads back to Hyrule Field. It's actually blocked off with boulders right now. There's not much we can do with it. Anyway, just kill the last dark insect here. So we actually have 15. There should be one more remaining. So Midna will point out as much as to say that it's not on your map at all. So where could it be? And then it will suddenly appear inside Lake Hylia. She'll say that that's weird. So go ahead and get out of your map, and then you can use her to portal over to Lake Hylia, to the new warp point that we just made there. So join me for the next video, and I will see you guys there.